Channel. We're here to help you plan for the big events ahead as we roll through the rest of this week. Our winter storm Sage, no doubt having a few more things to say on the way out the door.
I know. It's not leaving quietly, that's for sure. Still windy out there. We'll show you how much you're digging out from today. And storms are in the forecast, too. We've got thunderstorms back into the picture in neighborhoods that have been in the bullseye for the past few months. We'll show you.
Winter storm Sage, no doubt having a few more things to say on the way out the door.
I know. It's not leaving quietly, that's for sure. Still windy out there. We'll show you how much you're digging out from today. And storms are in the forecast, too. We've got thunderstorms back into the picture in neighborhoods that have been in the bullseye for the past few months. We'll show you. After 10 atmospheric river events, parts of California are more than water weary. I'm standing in our virtual view of Centennial Park in San Diego, where it is raining today, and a little more rain is still on the way before this all moves out. So, well, let's take a look at where we are right now, watching our latest system bring rain now to Southern California. So it started yesterday, continued through the night. It's still raining and probably will for a lot of today here in San Diego. Then we dry out for a couple of days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We might even get a few more days of break here into San Diego. And boy, do we need it in California. Hard to think that we're saying that we need a break from the rain, but we do. Past 7 days have brought us here anywhere from 3 to up over 6 to 8 plus inches of rain, some spots bordering a foot of rainfall, especially up into the foothills here of the Sierra. We just saw 3 inches of rain in the last 24 hours in Los Angeles. And so some really tremendous rainfall with these last several events, especially the last two that we've had. It's really the last two atmospheric rivers, the one late last week and now this one that has brought so much moisture. It's been more of a warmer event, and so the snow levels have been high, and that's added to some of those mountain rainfall totals. The rain now on the move here through the southwest. So we've got Las Vegas getting some rain. You can see where the rain is down through San Diego. Los Angeles, we're about done with our rain. There are still a couple of showers left around, but the heavy stuff is out of the picture. We now look at where we're getting some of the risks today and the concerns for flash flooding. It's still down into Southern California. Yes, we have another day of that. And when you look at the outlook for what is to come over the next week or so, very likely that we above average. I see another atmospheric river event setting up as we get into next week, and that will again move down through California, bringing us rainfall. And by the way, got to keep an eye on the southeast too, with above average rainfall in the forecast. Alex.
Well,
let's take you into it here where we've got snow back into Minneapolis. Minneapolis, we keep adding up. We are, I think, sitting at number 8 right now on our top 10 snowiest winters, and adding more to it, especially Friday and Saturday when the really cold air comes in, plus windy with this next system. Thursday, we may mix in with a little bit of rain, but very quickly the cold air blasts in with some gusty winds. So it works out like this: upper level low moving across the northern tier. Stop me if you've heard this story before. This seems like a pattern we've seen quite a bit here into the Midwest. We've got our surface low on the move as well. You know, there's two pieces of it, one coming up from the south and west. And so it's the surface low and that sweet spot on the north and west of it that brings us the heavy snowfall. And it's often not the biggest corridor of the biggest snowfall, but we'll see that potential out there from Minnesota into Wisconsin yet again. There's going to be some really cold air sweeping all the way down. So for a lot of you, get at least some snow chances, even if it doesn't accumulate too much, all the way down through Missouri, Kansas City. Yes, we get some snow chances again, but the bigger accumulation will be farther to the north. So we have a winter weather advisory in Nebraska, winter storm watch right now. Sioux Falls, Sioux City, up here through much of central and southwestern Minnesota, and then up towards Duluth, where we continue our big season here. We are adding up to one of our top snowiest winters. We have over 100 inches and counting here when it comes to snowfall. Take a look, the winds plus the snow, just to track it for you. It's Thursday into Thursday night, and then watching some snow lingering into your Friday. All right, Alex, so let's continue to track the southern side of this thing, which could bring thunderstorms.
Yeah, as well.
You know, even if you don't have snow, you can still, you know, think about the question, which would you rather?
Right, exactly. That's a tough call. Just it's a matter of how much snow am I shoveling.
You literally said you would shovel blocks of snow, then lose an hour of sleep.
This is very true.
This was his first natural day as you know, maybe try to start digging out. It's going to be cold. You know, it's, I know it's March, and when the sun comes out, it feels good, but when that wind blows, boy,
yeah,
cuts right through you.
You absolutely feel it. Welcome back here into America's Morning Headquarters as we continue to follow what's going on with our winter storm, which is on its way out, but still close enough that we are feeling the impact.
I mean, it's barely on its way out, so it's like sort of inching. Yeah. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the satellite. I'll show everything going on here with this storm. Winter Storm Sage really brought some bigger totals to the Northeast, the biggest of the season, and we had looks like 4 states where we had 3 feet of snow. We've had New Hampshire, Vermont, and Western Massachusetts, and New York. And it was really all elevation dependent. 3 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. And we do still have more rain happening right now in Southern California. So, yeah, we're asking for a break here on Boylston Street in Los Angeles. Your forecast today includes more showers this morning. We'll be drying out by this afternoon. And then we have a couple of dry days coming our way. It's really not until next week that the next atmospheric river comes in. But yeah, we have another one next week to talk about. Let's worry about that here later. Let's look at what we dealt with. Some big rain totals. This is all rain that we had in the past 7 days. So you go to places like Shasta Dam, 8 inches of rainfall fell. So big numbers out there. Then we have the rain that's coming in through Southern California. It's been big as well. It's less than an inch around the San Diego area. Some spots probably more, certainly in the hills. But Los Angeles, 3 inches. It's raining in Vegas right now. The rain is going to be moving over into Phoenix as well. And some of this rain is heavy at times. This is what's left of our atmospheric river. And there's still a little disturbance that sort of was within that's moving in to help just exacerbate the rain that we're getting. Flooding is still a concern, and this does extend through this whole zone. Technically, this is through tomorrow morning, but it's mainly through today that we are watching for the concerns. And then we look at the forecast and the outlook for what's ahead. We've got more rain coming. The outlook is for above average, in fact, very likely for above average precipitation across California, extending into the interior west and extending into the northern plains. So you get a sense of the storm track that we are going to be finding, but also into the southeast too. So we got a pretty wet period coming our way. Alex, interestingly, this all corresponds with a look at below average temperatures as well.
Very true indeed. So